Okay. Previously, we discussed Python lists, and then yesterday we discussed Python tuples. Okay. And we have seen that there are many similarities between lists and tuples. Okay.
Okay,
Uh, the first difference is the bracket. Okay. So this bracket is used for Python tuple, and for the lists, there is a different bracket. This one. Okay. The rest is
yes,
the
okay.
same. So we can place elements. We can actually create a list. These are the elements. These are the components of the list. And if we create tuples, so the concept is same, that we can make a list. These are the components, but the difference is this bracket. And the other thing is the tuple is
Unchangeable.
unchangeable. Okay.
Yes.
Well, there is a third component, and that is Python sets here. Python sets. So again, Python sets has similar concept that we can make a list, and the difference is this bracket.
Okay, good.
Whenever we will create sets, we will use these curly brackets. Okay. Okay. So again, there are some similarities between lists, tuple, and sets, and there are some differences. Okay. So again, sets are used to store multiple items in a single variable. This is the same thing. Okay.
Mhm.
And then set is a collection which is unordered. Well, this is the difference. So this is unordered. Mean if we store these actually components in a set like apple, banana, and cherry, and we print it, it is not necessary that it print in the same way, in the same order. Okay. The order may be changed. Most of the case, the order is changed. So you can see banana, cherry, apple. You can see cherry, apple, banana. Okay. In any order. So this is interesting. Okay. So this is unordered, and again unchangeable and unindexed. So this is entirely different. The only similarity is that we can actually record some components inside a variable. Okay. And the data type of this variable is set. But
Okay.
these are unordered, these are unchangeable and unindexed. Well,
What does unindexed mean?
unindexed mean that we can actually, um, the 0, the 1, and the 2 index is the position. Okay. So what is the position of the apple?
Zero?
0. But in case of set, it has no position. Okay. This is not 0. This is not 1. So
Oh.
this is strange. Okay.
Hmm?
Okay, set items are unchangeable, but you can remove items and add new items. Okay. Sets are written with curly brackets. Yes, we have seen that while creating the sets, we will be using curly brackets.
Okay,
Okay.
can you try it yourself to
Yes,
see the order?
let's try this. Okay, you can see that this is the order in which we actually giving the components apple, banana, and cherry. But when we ask it to print this set, it is printing cherry, banana, and apple. So there is no order. Okay.
And if
So
you refresh it, it'll change it again.
yeah, maybe it will give us an other order. Okay, cherry, apple, banana. So
Yes, it does.
anything. Okay.
Okay.
Well, so Again, these are unordered, unchangeable. So it is not recommended that you change. So which one is the best? I think the list is the best one, okay? Because
Me too.
yeah. So because while using the list, the result is in order. The result will be in order, and we can actually go to a certain item. I mean, indexed item like this is one, this is two, okay, and we can add item at the end or in between something. So lists are the best, okay.
Okay.
Well, so sets cannot have two items with the same value. So if we place apple and then apple, so it's a problem.
Can you try it yourself to see it?
Yeah, so it's
It's
a
just going to get rid of that.
okay. We actually can see that there is apple in the output, but I don't know whether it is this apple or this apple, because the result is not in order. Okay, so it seems stupid. Okay, anyhow,
I have a question. What
ye-
if you put the first letter of apple uh
capital.
caps?
Yeah, yeah. That's interesting one. Where
No, when
is
there were two apples. Yes,
this
this
one?
one.
Yeah, this one. So if we do this, so this is we can try to make these different components, okay, different items. So here
Yes, it worked.
yeah, that this is different and this is different. So these are two items. This is not a single item, okay? This is not a repeating single item. These are two items, two separate items.
Okay.
Anyhow, uh, the values true and 1 are considered the same value in sets. Okay, while discussing the sets, if we write true or if we write 1, so it means the same thing. I mean, whether I say true or whether I say 1, it means the same thing, okay?
Okay.
And if I say false and if I say 2 a 0, again it's the same thing. So let's try. Okay, you
Only
know
one.
that there is no 1 because there is true. So true and 1 is the same component, and the same component cannot be repeated in sets.
Why is true same as number one?
Yeah, this is in binary numbers. Actually, 0 means false and 1 means true. Okay.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, that's why. And but the things are complicated in sets, and it is difficult to use sets. Okay, here false and 0 are the same thing, same value. So if we try to print this, uh, either false will be printed or 0 will be printed. Let's try. So false got printed. Okay.
Oh, so it's a 50-50.
Yeah, not 50-50, but one thing will be printed, not the other one.
Oh, only the first word.
Maybe. So suppose I print 0 and then false, and if I delete this one,
So then you'll print zero.
yeah, the first one. Okay, similarly, we can get the length of a set. We have done this before. So what is the method? We will use the
Land.
function length. Okay, so it will tell us that there are how many components, how many items.
There are that is where it says sent
So these are
plus
actually three
sent.
items. Okay, one, two, three.
Okay.
Total, I mean the total is three.
It's always
Yeah, and again, the similar thing is while talking the data types, we can actually put string, integer, and booleans data types. This is the same thing like we practiced with lists and tuples. And similarly, set can contain different data types. Okay, at the same time, like this is string, this is integer, this is boolean. So we can all use these data types inside set variable. And we can actually mention the type function. So this is the type. We actually want to ask the type. Okay. So what is the type of
to be
this
correct.
set? So it is set. The data type is set. And again, we can use the set constructor. We previously used the list constructor, then we use the tuple constructor, then we use the set constructor. So the actually a method is the same. We will use set and this small bracket, and we will end it with this large bracket. Oh, sorry, small bracket.
Question.
Okay. So
So if Python can do anything, that means later on I would do where it says if is set, then it would print this, or if it's triplet, it can print this. First it would be class len, and then the value, and then
yes,
if
we
it
yeah
is set,
we will be using the if statement later on. Okay.
okay,
Okay. So here is the exercise. Which one of these is a set? This, or this?
the last one,
The last one. So what is the first one,
it is triplet
and what is the second one?
list.
Okay, that's good. And how we can actually access the items, list items.
That
Uh,
item.
uh, we have to use the loops actually, and we have skipped the loops, and we will be discussing loops later on in a new topic.
Okay. So do I skip this?
you know to add once a set is created, you cannot change its items, but you can add new items. Okay, you cannot
Yes.
you cannot change. Okay, you cannot change, but you can add. So there is a add method. So okay, remember we have used this before. So we can add
Mhm.
orange to this list, and it doesn't matter that where orange goes, in the start and in the middle or at the end, because this is unordered. So to add items from another set into the current set, use the update method. We have again used this update method. Okay. So
I know
first
that.
of all, we have this set, and then we have this set, and then we want to add this set, and then we want to add the tropical. So then this list will contain the 6 items. And then remove set items. Okay, there is a remove function. We can remove it, and
Okay.
then we can also use the discard actually function to actually discard anything from that set. And to remove a random item, I mean, if I just want to say that, okay, remove any item of these three, okay, so then I will use POP. So it will remove any item, okay. For example, apple, banana, cherry, and so it can remove any item. So in
It's
this
the same
case,
one as before.
no problem. In this example, it removed cherry, okay? So we are not mentioning that remove apple or banana or cherry. It is actually, it is taking decision by itself. It is not
Yes,
asking
because
us.
it is unindexed.
Yeah. And then we can actually clear this list as well. So list will be there. I mean, set will be there, but there will be no item inside that. So set is empty because
Why does
we
it say set at the start?
yeah, because the data type is set.
Did it ask?
Yes, because the I mean the data type is set. Okay, the data type,
Hmm.
because we are working with the sets. And then we can join the sets again. Oh no, we will not do this. We will be skipping this, okay? And then we will jump to the Python dictionaries.
That's a bit
Uh,
complicated.
Not so much complicated. This is an interesting topic, interesting actually concept. Similar to the list and tuples and sets, we need to give it a name, okay? So in this case, we have given it name, this dictionary, okay? You can give it any name. And starting with these curly brackets and ending with these curly brackets, okay? So
Okay.
there are two actually things like this one, brand, and then we give it a value. So this is the name and this is the value. Again, model,
Is
this is
it
the,
just a data type of giving names?
yeah, this is the name and this is the value. This is the name and this is the value. So we are actually using three things. Uh, this is actually called key, 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 okay?
Okay.
Key and value pair. So this is a pair, key and value pair. So this is a key and this is its value. Again, this is
Okay.
a key and this is the value. This is a key and this is value. So name is actually key. So in this case, we can actually associate the value with the keys. For
Okay.
example, we can, I mean, the key may be roll number. So here may be the roll number of a student, okay?
Okay.
So here is maybe weight. So here should be your weight. So here it may be date of birth. So year of birth, okay? So here will be the value of a year of birth. So in this way, we can actually record multiple things using the dictionaries. Okay. So
Using one value.
I hope, yeah, using the value. So here we actually use three keys. We can use two keys. We can use five keys. No problem. We will actually adjust these things according to our requirements.
Okay.
And so these are the dictionaries. Dictionaries are used to store data values in key value pairs. A
Okay.
dictionary is a collection which is ordered, changeable, and do not allow duplicates. Okay.
Okay.
So how do we actually use this? We can actually try it. So here is the brand, and brand is Ford. So here is a brand. So instead of the this dictionary means I can uh, write it car and car. So the dictionary, so the variable name is car, and the variable type, data type is dictionary. So the
What is
car,
that in
so
here?
what is the brand of the car? It's Ford, okay? So
Okay.
what's the model of the car? It's Mustang. So what's the year of that car? It's 1964 model. So in this way, we can associate the values with keys, okay? So this is interesting.
Okay, but what if you print year?
What
What if you printed year?
printed year?
Yes, like go in the print and not to put car but put in year.
No, no, this is a dictionary. Inside that dictionary, we need to print the variable name. Okay, so this is the variable name. And because this is dictionary and we need to actually print all these key pairs. Okay,
So they're not
so
a global value.
no, this is the different concept of the global variable. So brand is the Ford, model is Mustang, and year is 1964.
It's old.
Okay. Uh, the question you asked, can we print a single value? Okay. So, for example, brand or model or year. Okay. So in this case, we need to actually refer that variable, I mean the dictionary, and then we need to further classify that which thing we want to actually ask from it. So in this case, we ask the brand, and you actually wanted to print only the year,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay. So we need to give this one. This is the actually dictionary name, and then we can actually use our required key actually. So this is the key and it will print the value. Okay, so dictionaries are ordered. So whenever we ask to print, it will print in an order and it is changeable. Duplicates are not allowed. So if we even if we write duplicate values, what will it do? So duplicate values will overwrite existing values. Mean first of them, it will store 1964 and then it will update 2020. So how many keys, how many total keys are in there?
For
No,
it,
no. Keys, only keys. I'm not talking about values.
it is a bit a lot.
3.
These are three.
3?
Because brand is one key, model is another key, and the year is another key. And we have updated the same key with a different value. Okay, so these are not the two keys. This is only one key. Year is a one key. Okay, and previously it had this value and now it had this value. The key is same, right?
Okay.
And then we can find the length of dictionary. So again, these are three, 1, 2, and 3. So it is
Okay.
telling that there are 3 items in that. Okay.
Okay.
And then what is the data type? So data type is
It is so the data type of that it is dictionary. Huh?
okay. Here we have actually just printed the whole actually dictionary, and it just printed the whole dictionary. Yes, the data type is dictionary. So
Oh,
here,
it said it
yes,
stores data type.
yes. So if we want to ask the data type, then we need to use this function type. So the data type is dictionary. And similarly, we can use the dictionary constructor like this one. And but there are no double brackets, okay? There are no double brackets. This is the way, this is the key, and this is the value. This is the key, this is value. This is the key, this is value. So we have discussed list, we have discussed tuple, we have discussed set, we have discussed dictionary. Although there are some other concepts that how we can access items and how we can change items, how we can add or remove items inside that dictionaries. We will be discussing these concepts by tomorrow. Okay.